All right, here we go. Coming to you live deep from
All
South
right,
Texas
here we go. Coming to you live deep
with
from
an
South
echo.
Texas.
There we go. All right, and yeah, it's Patrick. I hope tonight finds everyone happy, healthy, and whole. That will be H to the third. Hi, Roger. I hope today finds you doing good, happy, healthy, and whole. H to the third. Um, There we go. It's the midnight snack show. There you go. Yeah, I'm actually running early tonight as usual, and I do that because I can. So it is what it is. I'm I was gonna sit here and fall asleep or get started and actually start talking to people and say hello. So I hope tonight finds everyone well. Mr. Mouse, good evening. I hope tonight finds you well. I'm drinking Gatorade, as you can see. No marketing there. But I'm drinking the real stuff, not the type middle complex drinks. You give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab someone else's knife, and I'm gonna start flipping it. Mm. Why am I doing that? Because I can do it right now, and I might as well, as opposed to when I can't do it. So I hope tonight finds you well, Mr. Mouse, Roger. What's everyone else got today? Me, I'm going to be playing with this Vanguard. Oh, my Lord. Cheetah. Vanguard Cheetah. I am so trying not to learn the name of this thing. It is a beautiful knife, guys. Someone's going to be really happy. I'm really sure someone's going to be really loving it. Mrs. Mouse. So what are you guys doing tonight? How's the evening been? I didn't catch any live streams. I was busy doing paperwork and stuff. So how's everything going? You got to go pick her up in 30 minutes. There you go. There you go. Let me find something else that's mine to flip. I want to flip that thing so bad because it's so nice, but I don't want to imprint on it more than I already have. So we'll give everyone a little while to get in here. I'm obviously just getting going, and I'm way early. So we'll see what happens as everyone can get in here. Am I interrupting someone else's live? If I am, you know what? I should look on the knife tips. I should have. How about should have looked before I got on here as opposed to looking now. I've got some fun news. I've got a package for opening tomorrow morning, so be there. This is from Illuminati Ninja, and this should be fun. I believe that there are some stickers, and I believe that there is at least a couple poker chips. Let's see. Scott sent me the Monday schedule here. What's it showing at this time of night? This time of night, it is showing nothing. So Laser Ghost. Laser Ghost is live. Okay, Tales from the Hood at 10:30. So I'm probably stepping on their toes. I'm sorry about that if it is. You think Rob's on still? Okay, okay. Well, when everyone gets off of Rob's, they'll hopefully come over here. Um, Maybe shout me out in there. Anyway, no, it's all good. Don't worry about it. So, oh, well, I'm sitting here, man. This giveaway has just gotten so big and so out of hand. I just want to gripe about it. Gives me a second to complain. Complain about success, right? It's very cool that that I've had all the support that I'm getting. Jared's already sent his package, so I'm hoping it gets here before the end of the week. I didn't get tracking on it, so I'm not sure. But we'll see. And that's exciting. I've got the package here from Blue, like I just said. And we've got the knife from Middle Complex, that Vanguard. We've got the Protect Sprint. We've got the Pry Bar. So we get this all together, and I'm looking at a ridiculous birthday reverse giveaway. And it's a lot of fun thinking about it, but it's also getting overwhelming. So if I seem to be obsessing on it, it's because I don't. You want to see the poker chip? You have to come tomorrow morning. Gotcha. That's how I get you roped in there, Thomas. Um, yeah, I want to see him too, but I'm forcing myself to wait and not open the package it's a little bit bigger. I mean, if he sent stickers, he sent us a lot of stickers. If he sent stickers in here, feels like there's something else as well. Stacy's awesome. Stacy is actually a really nice person. She donated a bunch of stickers to my swag pack. If you give me a second, I'll go grab those and show them to you. I want to take a second. Fortunately, she sent me so many stickers for the swag pack that hopefully it will work. Hi, Blessed. I've said hi to everybody, haven't I? Okay, yeah, I think I have. So she sent a bunch of these. I think I've already spread out all but 3 of them. But life without a knife is dull and pointless. Hey, it's right side around in here. Okay, so on my phone it's going to be backwards again, but in here it's right side around. That's fascinating. All right, and then she sent her. Where are they at? They're in here somewhere. Well, these are all the Zach ones. What are the Stacy ones? Uh-oh, I lost my Stacy stickers. Huh. Well, Zach sent a huge number of stickers too. Anyway, it's crazy. I don't know whose birthday she's shouting out today. Who's she shouting out? Mr. Mouse. Curiosity. I'm curious as to whose birthday it is as well. I am missing some stickers. I need to find them. I'm not going to do it right now, obviously, but I need to find them because, I've got more swag. Oh, you meant in general? Yeah, no. She's been really cool. And like I said, she sent me a bunch of stickers to give away for the different swag packs, which actually makes it so it's kind of fun for you all because, they're cool stickers. Actually, I need to probably get me one, a couple of those. Yeah, but no, she's been a very, very good person. I'm very, very happy to call her a friend and have her supporting the channel at all. Of course, I'm happy to call you all friends and have you all supporting the channel too. So I just like the visual stuff going on in the background for those of us with ADD and attention deficit. It kind of draws the attention in just a little bit and like, what was that just went across the screen? That type of thing. Yeah, I thought I had missed someone too, Roger. But yeah, I've got now. So here's the deal on the poker chips. You guys will get to hear the first news on the poker chips. I only was able to get 3. I mean, sadly, they cost money, right? I was only able to get 3. So there's going to be one as part of one of the bigger prizes. I'm going to keep one for me, of course. Well, maybe not. We'll see. I can always buy more. And then one I think I'm going to give away along with a little swag pack in my morning live stream for every one of you all that's been coming in. You guys come in every day and I appreciate it. And so I think I'm going to throw a morning live stream swag pack out here in the next day or two, which will include probably not tomorrow when I open it. It'll probably be the next day and I'll tease everyone tomorrow and let them know so that everyone knows to show up the following day. When's your birthday? Is Wednesday, Roger? Wow. Happy birthday on the 26th. Yeah, mine's the 31st. My Virgos cluster together. My mother's was the 24th before she passed on. My father's was the 7th. My stepfather's was September 15th. My brother's is September 4th. My mother-in-law's is the 23rd. 26th birthday yesterday. Yeah, a lot of Virgos out there. You know why that is, right, guys? I mean, this is nighttime. I can talk about a little bit about sex, right? Now April's a different story. We'll talk about that in just a second, Thomas. But think about what happened 9 months ago. I mean, 9 months ago to the day on August 31st. It would have been New Year's Eve, right? And so a lot of babies get conceived on New Year's or right around Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. So July through August babies, July through September babies are I would expect them to be fairly common, right? And compared to other odd months. Now, what was 9 months before April? 9 months before April is like the end of. It's back to school. It's the end of summer, maybe summer vacation, the last of summer vacation there, Thomas, if it's not more information than you ever wanted to know about yourself. But it's fun to think about, actually, what happened 9 months before people are born, because you can actually kind of see a pattern, with the holidays or special events, things like that. It's just kind of fun to think about that. And there's a lot of August babies out there. So, yeah, blessed, Thomas. I hope you are doing well. I hope things continue to look up for you. Actually, for everyone in here, I hope everyone's doing well, and I hope things look up for everybody, and that we. Oh, you were born on Easter. That's kind of a cool holiday to be born on. At least it's not like Christmas. My sister-in-law was born on Christmas. Her sister was born on Thanksgiving. I mean, on Thanksgiving, on Halloween, or right around Halloween, like the day before Halloween or something like that. Amazing. Yeah, Christmas birthdays suck. Everyone's broken. Or you get one, or Mr. Mouse, your birthday, yeah, December 27th. You get one present. I mean, like your birthday kind of just gets like eaten up by Christmas. It's kind of a bummer. I'm sure it is. It would kind of bum me out. That's for sure. I don't think I would be real happy. Yeah, Christmas birthday gift. Here you go. Here's a Christmas and birthday gift. We're combining them. Yeah, you ain't getting double the value. That's for sure. It's what it is. But yeah, I feel for you. I really do. It would be rough to have a birthday around a major holiday like that. Mine was always around Memorial Day, so a lot of times my birthday would happen like that same weekend, Memorial Day weekend. So we get like a 3-day or whatever weekend, and then my birthday would probably be like a Friday before or something like that. It would happen fairly commonly. Yeah, and I was always in school, but at least I get a holiday weekend, right? A lot of the time. Yeah, my birthday was just at the right cutoff that I went to school at 5 and a few weeks, right? 5 in a week or so. And that was always the case then. I was always going basically about a year early, well, technically about a year early, or however you want to look at it, which means that, I graduated high school at 17 and turned 18 that summer. Right before I went to college, and then of course promptly flunked out of college. No one at 18 has any business going to a university until they've had some real life experiences and worked a few jobs and stuff. And I'd worked quite a few jobs. I don't know about any of you, but any of you start off with like a paper route or anything? That was my first job. I started off with what was called Topics in Indianapolis. It was a small weekly paper that was kind of local. And it was kind of crazy. If I remember correctly, I used to have to bike about a half mile to go pick up the papers. And then I had to bring them, organize them, and then pass them out. It was crazy. Yeah, I think I started that one when I was like 8, 9 years old. Maybe no. I take that back. I was 10 because my brother had been born. And anyway, yeah, so I was about 10 when I started that paper out, and then I started a regular newspaper out when I was about 13. And it got, I mean, that one was kind of fun. I did it for like 3 or 4 years. And then McDonald's. I did McDonald's when I was 15. My parents had to sign off on it, but I was able to do it. So paper route, putting in hay. Don, hello. Thank you for John and Chris. I never know which one you are. I wish you all would say, but that's okay, I guess. But Don and Chris, hello. Thank you for coming in tonight. Good evening. And I keep calling you Don. If you're Chris, hey Chris, hi Chris. Okay, I'll stop calling you Don. Hey Chris, hey Daily Planet. Thank you for coming. Good people indeed. Good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. Right. That's something we want to promote. Paper route, putting in hay and mowing on. I had a friend who had a lawn mowing business. I mean, that was his thing. And I mean, he would bank some pretty good money especially over the course of a summer. He would bank some pretty decent money. Paid for all of his D&D stuff. We won't have a live stream tomorrow night because tomorrow night I run a D&D game. I run an online D&D game. Although I have considered, bear with me, I have considered possibly trying to aim the computer like here while I run the D&D game from here or something like that, and cause like the internet to explode. Sorry about that. But yeah, so you all would be able to actually see it if someone wanted to log in and just watch that. We could get some view time for nothing, but you would just be watching us run the game and talking back and forth, which would probably be really boring. Yes, I do remember it quite well. I lived through it. It was a bunch. I was in Indiana too, Midwest, right? But no, it was it was just dumb. Some kids out in California decided to go hang out and play D&D in the sewers and role play LARPing more than actually playing D&D. Nowadays we would call it LARPing. Hi Brenda, and thanks for watching, Brenda. Yeah, they had some problems. I don't remember if one kid died somehow or something stupid, but it was enough that a bunch of parents freaked out, and the right extreme whatever people got it going that D&D was just evil. I disagree 100%. However, I think my wife might still agree. And who knows? Maybe Brenda agrees that D&D is still evil. I don't know. She might. Ron, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well today. Ron Crow, hope you're doing well today, and I hope you had a good day. I hope the day this evening wraps you up and brings you some peace tonight, and that you get a good night's sleep. Maybe join me tomorrow morning for my bright and early morning live. I'm doing it bright and early as usual at about 9:30 tomorrow, I think. We'll try and run and start a little bit early. So Chris is saying hi to everybody. Let's see. When I had a paper route, if I was late, oh man, you aren't kidding. I did one in my 20s. Yeah, I guess it was my early 20s. I did one in my early 20s. It was a morning route, and we had to be there. If we weren't there by before 5 a.m., I think it was 5 a.m., might have been 4:30. Yeah, they were calling the newspaper complaining and stuff. We would get calls, and because this is before cell phones. Okay, you got to remember, I was 20 in the early 1990s, so this was all before cell phones started going. We would get home and on our answering machine, we would have calls from the newspaper. They were complaining that it was late, or they were complaining they didn't get their paper. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. This is Patrick coming to you live deep from South Texas. Really about 7 miles, 6-7 miles from the Mexican border. Late at night. I'm just popping in to hang out and talk. Wanted to show off again the knife that Middle Complex sent, which because it's crazy knife. And we're just gonna hang out and talk about whatever anyone wants to talk about. Trying to get my view hours in, and I appreciate everyone coming in here. Got to remember to take off my ring when I'm doing this. Fortunately, I haven't dinged it up any. Not my knife. That is a Vanguard Cheetah. It is in full titanium integral that is really gorgeous. Or the paper got wet, and we would wrap them in plastic and everything. But delivering, that was the worst part of it. In wintertime, delivering in rain, sleet, and snow. And this was in Kentucky for that paper up. Was the worst. It was the worst. Collecting, fortunately, for us at that time, the collections was all automatic payment. It had already been automated by then, so we didn't have to worry about the collection part. But when I was a kid, I had to go door to door and try and catch people at home to get their little tickets. They had to buy their little tickets off the little strip book, and and you had to collect the money, and then you had to turn it in. That taught me some fiscal responsibility, because a 13-year-old, we had to collect. That was often trying to find people was the worst part. Collecting money was fun. DSC, that would be David Carter, I believe. Knife chat in the morning, knife chat in the evening. Thank you, David, for coming in. I appreciate you joining us, sir, and joining us in the chat and talking. It might be the first time you've talked, even though I know you've been lurking in the press. David is one of my D&D players. If I'm throwing him under the bus there, and so I appreciate him popping in and joining me this evening. It's always nice to have friends come in and be supportive. Hey, David, real quick, I'm going to turn you into a moderator, which means that if someone says something that offends you, you can put them in time out, and you can. Well, why can't I put you as a moderator here? Okay, that's weird. Add user as moderator. There we go. Yeah, you can put them in timeout and tell them they're a bad person if they do something. I don't expect anyone to ever do anything. Brenda, do you want that power? Chime in if you want the power of a moderator to be a god. So yeah, collecting was rough. That was rough. Ron started delivering papers when he was 8 years old. Yeah, me too. I was about 7, 8. It was a once a week paper. Afternoon route. Ours was a once a week paper, and then I had an afternoon route on the news. We had the Times in the morning and the news in the evening, and it was Indianapolis Star in the morning, and Indianapolis News in the evening. I did the news. First paper route in the 1970s. Yeah, the bags; those things were heavy. And it would choke you when it got heavy. You had to flip it around repeatedly as you went because it would start gagging or choking. And trudging with, you're a little kid and you have like 20 pounds, 30 pounds of papers on you. You're like trudging along, like, ugh, at the beginning. Yeah, and you wanted to put as much of it on as you could. The power of Grayskull. Hold on a second here. Not exactly like his sword, but still, we can pull up a sword and wave it around and drag some lights around, can't we? There we go. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, Lordy. So, yeah, Power of Grayskull. Yeah, the He-Man movie was a flop, by the way. Anyone else aware of that, right? Yeah, apparently there was a He-Man movie that came out. If you weren't aware of it, I'm not surprised. I don't think it got much media or much press. But yeah, I guess we're not all that into our He-Man anymore, huh? Oh well. Anyone see any good movies? Have you gone out to any good movies or anything lately? I've wanted to see some of like the new Spider-Man. I understand it's actually pretty good and apolitical and non-disturbing for pretty much everybody. Thomas, you blessed. You say you offend everybody. I don't know about that. I haven't been offended by you yet. Now, once you offend me, I'll tell you. I'm actually the type of person that I'll discreetly let a person know they've bothered me. I mean, and if someone brings stuff to my attention, I will communicate about it. I'm not going to let stuff rest. On the other hand, I also want my channel to be as free from conflict as possible. And I don't want to get drawn into all that stuff. So I'm just, I'll tell people if they do something good, I'll acknowledge it. If they do something bad, I'll be like, you shouldn't do that stuff. And I think that's the best way we can handle anything in online forums and community and stuff. It's just to be as clear in our expectations about stuff as we can be. Let's see here. What do I have to talk about? I had all my cold steels with me the other day, and I still have not put them away. I have a whole roll of cold steel knives sitting here for some reason. And, for some reason, because I took them with me and I didn't put them away. And I should probably go put them away at some point. But you know what? I think I will sit here and drop my 80-15. Great knife. Almost took my finger. I've told the story. Vicious. He went from paper route to knife sharpening guru. Nice move. Absolutely. You're jealous of my cold steels? Well, thank you. I'm jealous of a lot of people's knife collections. I think it's just a matter of scale, right? We're all somewhere on this continuum of collecting and then jealousy about other people's collections. It's kind of the way it goes. Let's see. Hey, there's nothing wrong with career advancement and career changes. I've known many people who have changed careers many times. I won't call anybody out, but I've known a few. I mean, I told you about my roommate who, well, maybe I haven't told you about it. I had a roommate who was a classical bassist, musician, right? Also a rock and roll bassist, right? He would do live shows and everything. In fact, I have some music from a band he's in that was really good. It unfortunately wasn't him. He was just in the band at a later date. But he had a free ride at Butler, and at the age of 17, this is my roommate. He moved out. Dad gave him permission to move out at 17, or got rid of him at 17. Probably a more accurate statement, right? He had a free ride at Butler University at 17 years old. Roger would love to have another. I would love to have a Cold Steel. Cold Steel makes some good, inexpensive knives, Roger. You can go to Academy and get the Range Boss here in Austin A. It's a clip point, nice Bowie clip point. It's got those drivery plastic scales, but these are actually pretty solid. They have a little bit of squeeziness, not much. Really grippy. You wouldn't want to carry it in your pocket, that's for sure. But I mean, as you can see, it is a good size knife. In comparison in size to the 8015, you can see it's actually a bigger knife than the 8015. With triad lock, all of that stuff. I think it's like 25 bucks, 30 bucks. Very inexpensive. I have a video on it. If you go check out the video, I think I tell you how much I paid for it. Pretty good knife overall. Never carry it because of the grippiness. It will just tear up a pocket. That's for sure. But it is a Cold Steel that you can get your hands on for a very inexpensive price that you can get at a probably local store to you. I hope. I don't know if you have academies local to you. But yeah, if you want to get one, that's probably the way to go. You don't like the triad lock? It is a stiff ass lock, isn't it? It is really, really hard to manipulate that triad lock, especially in some of their more. Let me find a good example. I mean, this one's not that stiff, but it is pretty stiff. So like in the Talwar here, which is a great knife. It's obviously a fighting knife, right? It's a great knife. The back hook on that thing would be just vicious. But that triad lock is a two-handed manipulator lock every time. You are not closing this thing until you intend to close this thing. It is never closing. And then as far as the American Tanto goes, yeah, I'm fond of the Cold Steel Tanto with the really noticeable point on the American Tanto, and with the dual grind, with the hollow grind and the flat grind at the tip. Bob Lum, who designed that. There you go. Was Bob Lum working with Cold Steel or not? It just makes me curious. I have a feeling Cold Steel mainstreamed, if that's what you're trying to say, Bless. It's for sure Cold Steel mainstreamed the American Tanto. They made it popular and they made it affordable for people to get something in that design, as opposed to the more rounded Tanto that has existed before, or even the fully rounded Tanto of the Japanese Tanto. It was for Cold Steel. There you go. Yeah, I mean, solid, right? Nice solid piece of, probably, I have to measure. I don't have, I have calipers. They ain't good calipers, are they? They ain't very good calipers, but they're old brass jewelry calipers. It is fully, wow, 3/8, so a little bit more than a quarter and a half. inch of steel, so 3/8 inch of steel. That's a pretty thick chunk of steel to be hitting anything with or doing anything with. Yeah, designed by Lum, not Lint. Yeah, exactly. That's pretty cool. That a company has so affected the knife genre that there's that. It's like Chris Reeve's frame lock that we now just call the frame lock, right? That's so cool that Cold Steel has had that influence over the years. What model does anyone? Well, I'm a big fan of the 8015. Just curious. Yeah, the Chris bladed tie light. I have a tie light. I do not have the Chris bladed one. And it has got the most obnoxious thumb stud on it that they've ever made. This thing is painful to actuate every single time. But it is a pretty cool knife. I prefer just to front flip it off of that guard. It works better for me than using the thumb stud. Or you can even flip it using this back nub as a tab if you use a little bit of wrist. It also works, which is pretty cool. That wheel will actually catch on your pocket and work as a wave to pull the knife, pop the knife out as you pull it out of your pocket. But fairly good knife. I probably would prefer the Chris bladed one if I had gotten it. I do have a Chris bladed knife. I've shown it to you guys. I've shown it in the late night. I have this one, which came from Mexico. It was handmade down in Mexico, and it's a rat-tanged Chris bladed knife. Pretty cool item. That blade shape, of course, is just designed to widen any kind of wound channel. It's hard as hell to sharpen effectively. With that many curves on the blade, it is just a pain to sharpen, let me tell you. A Chris bladed ballet song. Any Benchmade ballet song is probably a grail at this point for me. Those things are expensive. They're one of the best made ones. I would love to get an antique one of the old ones. Yeah, one of the original ones that got them their name for my collection, because I like to collect things that are early on in a business's career or whatever, to help to memorialize it, right? But it is what it is. I'll probably never see one. The only person I could probably ever get my hands on one from would probably be Jeff, Cutlery Lover. By the way, shout out Jeff. If you aren't subscribed to his channel, he's been around a really, really long time, and that would be Colonel Jeff. He is a Kentucky colonel. My grandfather was a Kentucky colonel as well. I never have filled out the paperwork. Start the new year with a bang. Okay, David, I have no idea what you're talking about, what you mean. So share more. What do you mean? Start the new year with a bang. You've lost me. I have lived in Kentucky twice. I lived there for about 2 years. When I was 19, I moved to Kentucky and lived there for about a year and a half almost. And then for a clinical, I had to spend 3.5 months there in Louisville. I lived in Lexington the first time. And then I had to live in Louisville the second time for about 3 months during a clinical affiliation with the Baptist hospital there. Oh, Mr. Mouse, you have a wonderful evening. Hopefully, I will catch you tomorrow morning in my live stream. If you can, please feel free. I'm going to be opening the package there from Bluminati Ninja. Should be kind of fun, something cool. And I'll be talking carbon fiber for collectors and knife scales and things, different types and all that stuff. and just something. I'd like to have some kind of a theme for the day. So I hope you'll join us, and I hope you have a safe drive picking up your wife. Be careful, be safe, and yeah, may the evening be a better evening for having come here. Let's see. Anyone else ever lived in Kentucky? Kentucky is a beautiful state in terms of the environment, the hills, the trees, everything. Traffic in Louisville, though, is a nightmare. I've been through Louisville recently, and the traffic was just awful. Do remember fondly seeing fireworks, the 4th of July fireworks on the river there in Louisville. They launch them off of barges out in the middle of the river. So you're getting the fireworks up over the river and getting all the flashing and everything. It's a really beautiful sight, the way they do it. And it's kind of fun. Did you ever get to see that down on the river? 96. So it would have been 97 that I was there. I graduated in 98, and it was the year before I graduated. So it would have been 97 that I was there. So yeah, the year after you were there. Interesting. You live in Tennessee now, but originally from Kentucky, South Central Kentucky. I've been to a place called Kettle, Kentucky, on a mountaintop there. Hung out on a mountaintop with some friends for a weekend in Kettle. Also hung out on a tree farm in a little place called Possum Trot. It's down south of Lexington. There's a place that's really cool if you like parks called Natural Bridge Park in Kentucky that is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I have sat on cliff face there and watched hawks come flying up from below me while I was looking over the cliff until I could hear their wings as they went by. It was so peaceful and quiet watching it. It was really cool. Senoritas with the flower in their hair. You know what? Down here, the Rio Grande Valley is very Hispanic, and yeah, lots of senoritas, lots of flowers. In Kentucky, I was chasing my ex-wife. That was a long story that we just don't talk about much. There's some negativity there that I just don't want to go back into, and so I'm done with it. I don't have to deal with it anymore, so I don't intend to. You know what I mean? That's just the best way to put it. So I got my revenge on this knife. Put a notch in the blade right about the spot where it bit me. Of course, I did that accidentally. It wasn't on purpose. The song, Senorita, yeah, going to the fair. You know what? I don't think I'm familiar with that song. Now that I think about it, I need to actually probably look that song up. Paper routes in the winter, $225 for 4 hours worth of work, right? If you were lucky, that might have been a week. That might have been a week per. I think that was a week per person, was like $2 or $3 or something. I think it got up to $5 before I was done or something. Maybe not. No, I remember having to make change, so I don't think it was up to $5. I had to carry one of those little change counter things to make change when I was trying to do collections. Had to have my parents drive me around at like 8 o'clock at night to catch people at home, 7 o'clock at night. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, good memories, taught very valuable skills and very valuable life skills about work, right? Also makes me wonder what my parents and all of our parents probably put up with just to try and teach us all that stuff, having to run around behind us, fix everything. Yeah, I don't know. Any of your parents ever deliver papers for you while you were sick or anything? Todd Carr, hello. Thank you for coming in this evening. I hope tonight finds you happy, healthy, and whole. H to the third power. I like to make fun of the 3 H's. If you all don't know this, I'm sure you all know this, but the 3 H's are like reading, writing, and arithmetic. Happy, healthy, and whole. Like the 3 R's. So there you go. So if you guys wonder what I'm talking about. So Todd, I hope tonight finds you well. What's everyone carrying tonight? You just finished second supper. There you go. Sounds like a Hobbit thing to me. What are y'all carrying tonight? Right now, I'm stropping the 8015, obviously, and happy and full. That content is a good place to be. Yeah, when you have a full stomach and you have nothing you have to do, and you can actually sit there and just be content for a while. If you can be content for a while, some people can't. It's a good place to be, and it's a really good place to be. I usually get that way after a bowl full or a plate full of Skyline chili. Just sit there and belch contentedly. Like I said, what's everyone carrying tonight? Let me know. I want to know. It gives me something to talk about and gives me something to look up. I love looking up what everyone has. You're always carrying the same. Okay, okay. I'm still gonna keep asking. And anyone else have a late dinner, or everyone have a good dinner? I don't have any main topics to talk about tonight. I just wanted to hop on and hang out with y'all, um, run up some view time. Oh, I do want to talk about my view time. I appreciate everyone who's watching and running playlists. You have to run a few here and there. They keep taking some away. If they think that you're spamming a playlist, they will take it away. It's just frustrating as hell. But I appreciate everyone who is watching or running videos in the background here and there. Keep it up, please. We are absolutely making headroads. We're at 1,638 hours. I think I was at 1,640 earlier today. So I think they took 10 more hours away today, which is just typical YouTube BS. And there's nothing. The irony is that they don't notify you. They don't say anything. There's not a damn thing you can do about it. You can't appeal it. You can't question it. You can't. Anyway, it's just really frustrating, and they are very, very aggressively doing it right now. At least with my channel. So it is what it is. But if you guys can, please do run some playlists in the background, or just run a few videos in the background, or even leave the live on. Maybe when I turn this live off tonight, I won't turn it off. I'll just let it keep running when I go to bed, and just leave the lights on so everyone can like stare at the wall, or maybe even zoom in on my picture board or something, and you all can look at it and just leave this running. If anyone wants to leave their computers running for 6 hours, we'll do a 6-hour live stream. YouTube can figure that one out. Hey, that might be fun. Let's try that. Anyone wants to participate, let me know. I'll leave this on tonight and just let it keep running, and we'll see how many times the cat gets up to investigate what's going on. So okay, so Todd has the Rosecraft Lusahachi. Am I saying that? Lusahachi Jack in pocket. I always have trouble with that one. Rosecraft makes some very, very nice. I think it's a traditional, or is it? Let me look it up now. Now you gotta make me look it up. Let's see. Lusahachi Jack. Yeah, it's a traditional. It's almost like a Barlow looking one, right? What skills do you have on it? It looks like it comes in a stag and like a dragon scale pattern or something. Traditional in D2. Okay, very nice. Yeah, I butchered the name on it too, but actually you spelled it correctly. Lusahachi. Yeah, you spelled it 100% correctly. At least that's according to what Google shows. I'm not awake for the morning lives yet. Yeah, well, watch tomorrow. You're gonna wake up just in time, and you'll log on. Just watch. I can predict it. I'm gonna plant the psychic subconscious suggestion in your mind there, David. And anyway, yeah, we have D&D tomorrow night though, so no live stream tomorrow night. We'll have the morning live stream. We'll do the unboxing, packaging, and stuff like that. So jumping down to Crow, Ron is carrying Kaiser's S35V and Veritas. And so someone was saying that Vanguard is also a Kaiser company, right? Same as Kaiser, if I understand that. And so this knife is actually technically a Kaiser as well. So David, I don't know if you've seen the knife that that Middle Complex sent me. This is another YouTuber, but he sent me this knife to give away. It's a full titanium integral knife. So this is one piece of titanium that was then milled out from the inside and cut to relieve everything so precisely that you can slide that knife blade in there, and I'll have good action, which is just amazing. Integrals are the amount of precision that goes into making an integral, and the milling is just insane to me. I do own one, a Tucson, but I will never own this one. One of you will. Let's keep that in mind. And I look forward to giving it to you. It's going to be fun. I don't look forward to the shipping, but I look forward to giving to you. It's going to be a blast to give all this stuff away. The Fusion, if you guys are not familiar with the Fusion, let me look that up for you. Interblade Co. Fusion. So this is the one that Brian Winters is giving, and it is sold out. Let me find here. Not that one. Stop that. Sorry, guys. Oh, is he taking down the pictures? No. There we go. So now he is sending one, and I think you get your choice of blue or purple anodized aluminum scales on the one he's sending it with the the M390 blade. I believe that's the one that he's going to be sending us, which should be, in my mind, is going to be pretty cool. I expect that'll be a blast. It's going to be fun giving that thing away. Still rolling back here. Not awake for the morning live. Blessed Thomas is carrying Cold Steel Recon 1 Tanto, which you still need to. Yes, I need to get one. SOG Flash AT, Gonzo Firebird, and the Klacken Flint. Let me look up that Klacken Flint. I have not looked that up yet. Klacken. Let's just spell that. Klacken and Flint knife. Oh, that's a nice little stabby knife. Pretty cool blade shape. It reminds me a lot of the Imperium blade shape that I have. I'll be showing that one off tomorrow. So let's see here. Why are you acting up? Okay. Roger says, I'm sitting here flipping the Kubi Bluff. You just did some maintenance, and so now it is smooth. Kubi Bluff. Let's take a look. One of these days I'll get set up where I can actually share screen and all that good stuff. But at this point, I tried to download some of that, some of the streaming software, and it's a nightmare to use. That stuff is just not friendly. Ooh, that's a pretty looking knife. So with the crossbar lock, reminds me of the Asher Nomad. Let's see. Having lunch right after my live. No, man, it's good. You do not have to take your lunch early or change your life or schedule at all for me. And I appreciate it though. But yeah, if you can pop in, it is nice. If not, watch it later or put it on in the background later. You don't even have to really watch. Yeah, just put it on. It's very useful. Kaiser has a Vanguard line of knives, but you don't think it's Vanguard knives. Okay. Okay. You think Vanguard knives. You know what? Let's do some research here. We're online right now. We'll look up Vanguard Cheetah. Yeah, Vanguard Atlantic Knife Company is where they're selling the Vanguards. And by the way, yeah, that one's not sold out. You can still get it for $280. Yeah. It doesn't say. Let's see. Vanguard Knife Company. Let's look that up. Vanguard Knives. There we go. Vanguard Knives Company. Okay. Looks like they have one, two. Oh, that language looks kind of familiar. Looks like the Archbishop language. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10 different products. Couple of interesting shaped ones. Very nice. I think the cheetah is probably, well, they have eSocks looks pretty cool too. Breaker. It looks like they have some interesting stuff. Have to check them out more later on. Very cool. Very, very cool. So moving on down. You haven't been to a movie theater since before COVID. Kind of got out of the habit. Yeah. And that and economics, right? I mean, it's just expensive. Jim Cox, hey, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you joining us this evening. I'm sitting here dropping my 8015, and we're talking about just about anything that comes up. So if you have a topic you would like to talk about, Jim, please join in and come up with something. Once you get the OBS set up, it's not that bad. Yeah, that's the part where, I have no idea how to do any of that. Jim, if you want to come on and help me at some point, I would love to get the help because I am just not. I'm pretty computer savvy, but I am just looking at that and not figuring it out. It's not something that I'm going to get done before before next week. So there's just something kind of clunky with the way the ones that I've seen work so far. You would think that they would just incorporate or be able to incorporate drag and drop or some kind of button technology where it makes sense, but no, they seem to think that you have to have actually a little bit of programming knowledge to use their software, which is kind of rude. And it's also rather intimidating when you look at the software. The software itself is rather intimidating in the way it's set up. It's not very user friendly. that's for sure. But it is what it is. Yeah. Do what we can. I've got it working. Yeah. I am just still trying to figure out how I'm going to work the drawings themselves on the birthday. That has still got me intimidated. I guess I'm just going to have to knuckle down and buy a subscription or you get a trial. I'm wondering if I get a trial, will they let me do 10 runs though on it? Yeah. I don't want to get a trial and have it stop working in the middle of the live stream. That would suck. And it would be typical. Yeah. So I expect all kinds of challenges and hiccups. You will get to see the grace with which I can function under pressure if I can on my own birthday. I don't know why I'm putting myself through all this. Roger Baker. What did I miss? Roger, what did you say? Scroll back. Oh, that's what you just said. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's that they have a Vanguard series of knives, but that's not the same as Vanguard knives. No, and from looking it up, no, it's not. Vanguard Knives is its own company. They started here in 2024. At least that's what I'm seeing here. It doesn't show any affiliation with anything since 2016. It was PMP Knives, I guess. PMP Knives did oversized knives, and then they moved into Vanguard Knives, which is higher end elegant knives. At least that's what their website says about them. Hey, you know what? Written words like in chats and text messages it's so easy to misinterpret tone and meaning. And if you change tone a little bit, meaning can go all wonky on you real fast. So I always want to give people the benefit of the doubt when they make a comment. It's like, what do you mean by that? I'm not sure what you meant. So StreamYard is better, but it gets expensive. Yeah, that's my problem. I don't want to sit there and pay I don't want to sit there and pay a subscription fee to do something that I can do this way. You know, why? And frankly, I mean, look at what Middle Complex has accomplished with a cell phone. Just a cell phone. I mean, that's how he does all of his. And 880,000 subscribers later, more power to him. Still using a cell phone. You would think he would upgrade eventually, right? But no. And honestly, I don't blame him. If it's working, why change it? It's not a problem needing to be fixed. It's already solved, right? I mean, there's no need to fix it. So yeah, I'm proud to imitate. Yeah, I'm proud to imitate the whole cell phone thing. It's pretty useful, and it's a good way to use it. Do it. I've been doing really. I think I've been doing okay. Oh, sorry, I think I've been doing okay with using the cell phone in the car for the morning lives, and then the evening lives doing it this way. It seems like it's a good way to go. Because I can do the morning lives in between patients from the car, it makes more sense. And then this format makes more sense because then I can actually chat with you all better and kind of see what's going on. What did I do there? There we go. Yeah, okay. And then I can kind of see what's going on and talk to people and have an easier time responding and everything. And I'm still forgetting always to put it on live chat. So if I missed you, if you came in to say hi, or anyone did anything like that and I didn't respond, sorry. In the 1980s, a cold steel Tonto cost like a month's pay for a teenager. Yeah, they've gotten cheaper relatively, a lot cheaper relatively. They still cost, 120 bucks, but that's not a month's pay. That's like more like a day's pay, 2 days pay for a teenager. If they're working a $10 an hour job and they work 8 hours a day. But yeah, the cold steel Tonto used to be expensive. All the really good knives used to be relatively more expensive, but nowadays because of inflation and everything, they are cost-wise a lot more expensive and perhaps relatively a little bit less so, right? If you compared it to how much work you had to do back in the day to get a good knife, you can get a $30 knife, which is an hour or two's worth of work, which back in the day would not have been good. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'll probably look at Thursday and Friday night, doing a couple little dry ones for like some swag packs or something. That way we can make sure it works. And I may have to do. I was kind of experimenting to see how it worked with me turning the thing for you all to see, and so I'm thinking that I might be able to do this to run the comment picker, and at least you'll be able to see who it is, right? That way it's clunky, it's amateur, but it's functional and it'll get us through 10 giveaways in a relatively reasonable period of time. So I'm thinking I might have to go that route. We'll see. Hopefully it all works out. But thank you, Todd, for the advice. That is really good advice. Yeah, I'm definitely going to want to run some test runs and make sure that make sure it's working. I again, the last thing I want to do is have anyone get frustrated during the live stream that things aren't working, and particularly me. I don't want to get particularly frustrated. Boy, Cold Steel makes their knives just razor sharp. So this is a only strop. This is the factory edge, and it is just. It's got one little tear spot there on the paper, and that's about it. It's just super sharp. Let's see here. Yeah, but I've been wanting to give away some little swag packs anyway. Just to start getting people a little excited, about what's coming. So I'm thinking about doing some little teaser swag packs or something like that. We'll see. We'll see. Blue sent me just a bunch of stuff, bunch of stickers and stuff. I think I'll be opening all this tomorrow, and we'll figure out what's in here. And then, like I said, we'll probably set it up so I can run the comment picker on the evening live, because yeah, that's just where I'll be able to do it. I won't be able to do it on the morning live. The morning live, yeah, when we get the same number of people, 13 to 20 people in here at a time, doing the number game is far easier than paying for a subscription on some stupid random number generator, right? But the again, my concern is if we get too big of a turnout. Yeah, I don't know that we really will. I don't know how far and wide the reach of my advertising has gone and how many people have actually paid attention. And like Middle Complex's live stream, I doubt very many overall really have bothered to write anything down or save the information. I'm sincerely hoping it's just all you regulars that come in and can win some really nice stuff. That's my sincere hope. But we will undoubtedly have the usual cast and crew of people that just go for giveaways and stuff. Word of mouth will get around really fast after the first one or two. That's the way it goes. So if you want to be here bright and early, I think my first giveaway is probably going to be my ProTech Sprint. And I'll give it away first and early and get it out of the way. And then I'll give some swag packs as people start coming in. Swag packs with flashlights, gifts, that type of stuff. We got a Mora to give away. Then I'll work my way up to, some of the nicer stuff. That way, hopefully, no one's offended by the order I do it in or anything like that. And those of you who are always hanging out here and waiting and coming early have a chance to get in on something really nice really quickly. Before everyone else starts jumping in and trying to do stuff. So I hope that's how that works out. We'll see. Never got a dull cold still out of a box. The heat treat's always been gone. Even, the Chinese ones, I think I have a few Chinese ones here. I'm not sure, but I would argue. Let me see. I don't think the Thai. Yeah, it's Taiwanese. Sorry. In Taiwan, Taiwan is not the same as China when it comes to making knives. That's for sure. Let's see what this one is. This is Luzon. So this is Luzon. It's Chinese made. Yeah, I can tell a difference. I can tell a difference between the Chinese made one and the Taiwanese made one. More blade play, annoying lock bar. Yeah, there's some differences. On the other hand, excuse me. Oh, yawn attack. Wow. On the other hand, there's the Taiwanese one, like I said, has a really nasty thumb stud on it. It is just harsh to activate and use. And again, if I was going to recommend one of the lockbacks for someone to use as an everyday carry or a good quality knife for not super expensive, I would probably tell them that if they wanted cold steel, I'd probably tell them to go with the Ultimate Hunter. XHP steel, razor sharp, triad lock that actually works pretty good. So let's see. All the cold steels are from Taiwan. Yours? Yeah, I think like this one's from Taiwan. I think most of mine are from Taiwan. Yeah, I think most of mine. And the Taiwanese made quality is dead on. I mean, the quality, it's excellent. Never had a bit of an issue with the Taiwanese ones. They're very well made. Let's see. Todd says, some of, I assume, the machetes and fixed blades are made in China now with only specific models. Well, like I said, that Luzon is Chinese OS8. I'm never gonna be able to focus in on anything here with this. Yeah, you're never gonna be able to see anything with this camera. Yeah, it doesn't clean it up much. Yeah, no. That's just the camera. It is what it is. Let's see here. Hopefully I don't do something stupid. There we go. You want an 80-10? I do not have an 80-10. I would like to have an 80-10 as well. I have to open this roll all the way up. It doesn't like me. I would like to have an 80-10 as well. Very nice knives. And I don't have one either. It's a very solid, and I mean that what the Formax. The Formax is just an incredibly cool knife. Very huge knife. All right. Let's put this thing away and not have it go rolling everywhere. There we go. There, much better. So, but yeah, I'm really fond of my 80-15 there. It's a really nice one. YouTube is too comfortable and acting like a dictatorship. Well, thank you for putting that in there, David. Yeah, they are. Like I said, they're taking away all my hours. They're not taking away live stream hours. They might be taking away a couple because I have it on like a computer and a monitor. So I'm sure they're taking away those hours. But yeah, if you're playing my playlists and you're running my videos, you have to actually start and stop them. You have to watch something else in between every couple of videos. And if they think you're spamming, leave up this and leave it open tonight. Okay, I'll leave it open just for fun. See people popping in and out. I'll look in the morning and see how many people popped in and out all night long, if anybody. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Although I don't know how it will go. Hey, Brenda, you're getting some attention there. Roger's saying hello to you. So the YouTube people are just not very nice to, especially to new channels that are trying to make it. I've said before, they are increasing the required view hours to 4,000 if you want to get your from 4,000 to 8,000 if you want to get your monetization. They're doing that in February. So all the new channels. Hey, Marcos. Thanks for joining us, sir. I was missing you. You're here at every live stream. I was missing you. Yeah, they're increasing it to 8,000 hours. First of all, do a little math with me. You realize just how ridiculous that is in terms of productivity and time. If I put out and I never do, my videos are 5 minutes long. If I put out a half-hour video, right, and let's say I get 100 views on it, okay, that's 3,000 minutes. All right, so we divide by 60. 3,000 divided by 60. My brain is not working very well, but it'd be like 15 divided by 3. So let's say that's what, about 50 hours. You would think that's good. 50 hours, great. You got to get 8,000, and that's not easy to do. It really isn't. Some of the videos, if you're lucky, get 10, 15 views, maybe 20. It's just the way it is. Even on channels, I've gone and I've looked. If you go back and you look at people's catalogs, channels that have 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers are still only getting 60 views on a video. It's just the way people are, and if the algorithm doesn't show it, we forget to go look, right? That's why these live streams are working so much better for me and for everyone else, because I can put up a banner, I can give notification, I can tease it, I can let you guys know, and if I do it at a regular time, to come and check it out. And so the live streams are just working so much better for me on trying to get the hours in. Hopefully they count as much of it as possible, because it is just insane. And the purpose of getting the channel monetized is so that I can give stuff away and give stuff back to you all. I have a full-time job. I'm not going to be making this thing. That's why it comes in a box. It comes in a box. David, there are people who carry knives that and I carry one. You've seen me carry this small Sabenza with me, right? This is a titanium frame lock that costs more than that. Yeah, don't tell anyone. You know who I mean. Um, so, but no, I carry that thing with me and I use it every day. It's not too nice to carry, but what I would recommend whoever wins it is it looks like it's going to be perfect for, perfect for modification. It is, pristine. There's nothing on it. It could be done with laser etching. You could laser etch whatever you wanted in there. You could send it for engraving and have someone hand engrave some crazy stuff in there, or you can send it for some crazy anodizing. Whoever wins this thing, I am jealous of. It's a really nice knife. And I hope and pray that you enjoy it and that you treasure it, because if not, just send it back to me and I will. That's for damn sure. It's a beautiful, beautiful knife, and it's going to be a lot of fun for somebody. So I'm looking forward to giving it away. And if you need to know when, it's going to be on August 31st. That'll be August 31st at 10 a.m. on my live stream. So you want to be there for that live stream. We'll be doing it here from the house, and I'll probably post a video that you have to go comment on, and then use the comment picker. That way I can get extra view time on the video too. And I'll probably even put a word or something in there that you have to make the comment. That way it'll be you guys who actually are willing to watch that video who have a chance of winning, at least for the first few prizes. 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on August 31st. I will probably start a half hour before that. I like to start early because I can. If I have the time, I'll start early and just get the extra time in, right? But 10 a.m. is when I will start doing the official first giveaways. Although, like I said, I might slip in one early just for everyone who does show up early and all the regulars. We'll see. I can't do that with the ProTech, though. I might do it with the silver. I might do it with the ounce of silver. All you guys who show up early, and I'm giving away an ounce of silver too. I keep forgetting to mention that, but because of all the help and everyone who's been trying to promote my channel and watch the videos, get my video hour up, count up, and coming to all the lives, I appreciate it all. So I'm one of the gift groups is going to be an ounce of silver, which right now is about $70. So it keeps fluctuating a lot, but still pretty nice. And I hope someone enjoys that too. I'm going to probably include that with a bunch of swag, so that, like I said, maybe I can give that away early on for all the regulars, since you guys are the ones getting the view time in. Brenda says, it is BS that YouTube makes money off of everyone and then pays them when they feel like it. Speaking of which, you ever work where you have to work 8,000 hours before you start to get paid? Yes and no. The view time part seems like a lot. Yeah, you can probably make it with like 1,000 videos, but you have to have a portfolio of, I'm at 500, I think, 400 videos. You have to have a large portfolio of, try going to the live chat, Jim, as opposed to top chat. If you're in the top chat, and Marcos, the Marcos I'm talking about is Bubba. Bubba is Marcos Gamma. He's a longtime member, and it's not the Marcos of that you're thinking of. It's a longtime member of my channel. It's not the other. It's not his soulless brother, the Marcos. This is. There you go. Thanks. There you go, Marcos. Way to defend yourself. And the David I'm referring to is a different David as well. So you're not going insane. David I'm referring to is DSC 3275. And so that's a different David. He happens to be one of my D&D players from my regular D&D game. So I appreciate him being in here, coming in and giving me view time, helping me out. And I appreciate you all coming in here and giving me view time and hanging out with me tonight. And I'm going to leave the window open and just leave it running. So is your Jim? Well, Jim, I don't know, man. I don't know, Jim. I think I'm going to keep calling you Jim. In these small live streams with small groups where people know each other, I'm trying to learn everybody's names, and so that's why I'm using first names when I recognize them if I can. When it gets to be the bigger ones with the giveaways and everything, I'm just going to use screen names. You're absolutely right. I don't want to be exposing people to having too many people knowing who everybody is or whatever. But it is what it is. What is a name? By any other. A rose still has thorns, something like that. You don't know, Mr. Bubba. Yeah, Mr. You know what, Jim? I hope you enjoy meeting the people in here. I hope everyone enjoys meeting each other. One of the goals for this channel, I might as well reiterate it now since I have a few people watching, is I want this channel to be a really positive influence. I want it to be uplifting. I want it to be good for people. So I want everyone to, I'm always going to be encouraging everyone to have a better day and to go out and do nice things for other people. Because I've discovered in my life, and I believe this to be true universally, that if you do something nice for someone, it makes your day better. It makes their day better, and they're more likely to go do something nice for someone else. And so it makes the whole world a better place. And so that's why I promote that, and that's why I'm really big about that. And so that's why I'm trying to. Yeah, I haven't been able to figure out what YouTube has been doing with people's names either. I mean, I know you can go in yourself and do it. Yeah, I was gonna say he's been on John Evans's lives before, but I don't know what they're doing. Lentil soups on the Vostede porcupine. Well, we can look that up real quick. Vostede porcupine. Vostede. I know that Jared is sending me several Vostedes. And I think the porcupine is one of them. I believe that I will be getting a porcupine. Yes, I think so. Let me take a look here. I'll be able to show you. So what do I think about it? I think I'm going to probably be giving one away soon. That's what I think, Lentil. Let's see. Jared sent knife. Where's the knife picture? Is that a porcupine? Nope, not a porcupine. It's close. That is. Yeah. Let's see if I can get that to focus in there. So Jared is sending that knife, which I believe is a button lock porcupine with the funky tribal G10, something like that. Anyway, I'm going to be giving one away. That's what I think about it. So, Lentil, if you are not subscribed, please make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you go and watch as many of my videos as you can stomach. I'm trying to get my hours in, so I really appreciate it. Come to all the lives that you can. I do a morning live Monday through Saturday every week, and I do it at 9:45 or so. I'm on the 10 o'clock slot for YouTube knife schedule, knifetube.com that Scott N does. It's really useful. And so, yeah, come and check that out. And then make sure you're subscribed and that you get back here on August 31st, because that's when my big giveaway is. And it will be at 10 a.m. starting. And then we'll be going to probably carry over some of those knives that Jared is sending. We'll probably carry it over to, let me see. Yeah, that one's a $70 knife, by the way. The white doodle monster. That's really nice of him. God, man, everyone in this community is just so very nice. Thank you. I appreciate it, Lentil. I appreciate it. I'm going to leave this live stream open. If you want to just leave your window open, you don't have anything to do the rest of the night, let it run. Even when I go to bed, we'll see how that works out for everybody. See if it works at all. See if YouTube doesn't shut it down or take all the hours back like they do every other way of coming up with hours that I come up with. So it is what it is. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. He's sending 3 different Vostedes. That's one of them. We'll see how it goes. Apparently, he's also sending me a birthday present for my birthday. So that'll be exciting. I'll get to open that probably on a live stream. So we'll get to see firsthand how that goes. He told me to ask him for anything, whatever I wanted or whatever. I just couldn't do it. I just told him to pick something. Pick something to remember him by. I'm not. It was really kind to offer, but I'm not going to abuse the kindness of someone who's already being overly kind by asking for something expensive or whatever. So I just said pick something, whatever, something to remember you by. That's what I'm after. But anyway, it's kind of crazy. You don't have a porcupine? Yeah, it does look pretty cool. There's some of them with a solid blade and some of them with the finger cut out, and then it looks like there's even some with thumb studs. So, and it's a top liner lock, meaning that you push the button. My birthday is on the 31st of August. Yes, and I'm giving away a bunch of stuff for my birthday. I'm trying to get all the YouTube creators to do reverse birthday giveaways on their birthday. I'm trying to start a movement. I'm probably going to get some stickers made and see if we can emotionally blackmail everyone to do the same thing. It's just me being ornery, tell you the truth. But no, I wanted to do a giveaway for my 1K subscriber count. And because the birthday timing was just too close together, it was like, you know what? I'll do it on my birthday. I'll have that day off and I can actually do a good giveaway and we can have fun. And I am at currently, let's see if they have updated my hour count. I don't think they have. As of yesterday, my hour count was in videos for the 365 day period. Well, first of all, just in the last 28 days, we've banked 1.3 thousand hours, 1,300 hours. So you guys are helping. Please keep it up. We can keep doing it. But like yesterday, on Sunday, they only counted like 20 hours or something. It was really low. But for the 365 days, we are at 1,600 hours, and the actual number is being hidden from me on this one. I can find it on my phone, but I think it's 1,628 or something like that. Give me a second here. Let's get out of Instagram. Thank you again, Jared. If you see this or hear this, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, very much. It's so really cool. The real-time view hours. There we go. Watch time hours. Yeah, they're trying to take hours away from me again because this one's saying it's 1,278, while this one is saying for the last. Are they in the middle of taking hours away at this moment? Did I catch them actually doing it? That's hilarious. Yeah, this one says I have 1.3 hours, which is 1,200. Yeah, they're rounding up is what that is. Okay, and the 365 is 1,562. So they took away 70 hours from me today for some reason. So go figure. But we are still banking the hours. We've still managed to put in, like I said, 1,300 hours, which is pretty cool. So I'm just really happy that we're putting in the hours. We'll get there eventually. As long as we get there before February for the 4,000, I'll be happy, no matter what. And that'll mean that the channel can start actually generating revenue. I did get brave and send ProTech an email saying, hey, ProTech, I'm trying to do this with my channel, check it out, see what's going on. And of course, I have had absolutely no response. Not that I ever expected any, but I've had absolutely no response. We'll see down the road how that goes. But yeah, my goal is to be able to give away ProTechs. That's just flat out wrong. Yeah, it is wrong. Especially, I mean, I can see when I was spamming my own videos, whatever, they can go, hey, it's coming from the same IP or whatever. We're not going to let you do that. But if you all are actually running my videos, that means you're wanting to give me the time. How the hell are they justified in taking that away? I mean, I can understand how it's probably built into an algorithm or something so that if the same IP address gives too many hours, it looks like they're It looks like you're trying to spam the system, right? Trying to beat the system, or that you've hired a bot farm or something. But it's. I don't think anyone yesterday or the past few days was giving me like spammed hours. So for them to take away 70 some hours in the last day is just insane. But that's the way it is. It goes up. I'll go up 80 hours and then they take 60 away. I would probably be going negative if it wasn't for everyone watching all the videos and helping out, right? And coming to all the live streams. I would probably actually be going negative. The thing is that bugs me though is when I do the live streams, I mean, I can see how many hours that we're putting in here, with 10, 12, 15 people in here for an hour and a half. We're putting in enough hours that, it adds up, right? And so anyway, you don't have to worry because you can't get it over 300 hours. You know what, dude? I was at 300 hours until I started making this push, Jim. And I started it in the tail end of July. You'll never be, well, you'll be famous, but not as a YouTuber. How about that, Jim? We all know who you are. Infamy is overrated, let me tell you. Of course, I'm not famous and stretch of the imagination, nor honestly do I think I want to be. I'm doing this because I want to have a channel that generates enough money to give money back or give giveaways back to you all. It's the only reason I'm doing this. I've had this channel sitting around for 15 years. If I wanted to get rich trying to do something, I would have figured out something on it a long time ago. But I hate to leave it. I can't stand leaving resources laying around. You know what I mean? If you have a resource and it's just not being used for something, and it just bugs me. That's why I was like, well, start using those resources that you're not using to run hours. But yeah, YouTube doesn't like that. It is what it is. So I started making a push back at the end of July, and that started with really just doing live streams. I just started popping on and doing live streams every morning. And that got you guys interested, and enough of you kept coming that it was worthwhile. Marshall caught on that I was doing that, and started promoting me on Zach stuff, and the rest, I guess, is history, so to speak. Zach pushed me over. I was sitting at 925 subscribers for a long time. Like 6 months, maybe 8 months. But I hadn't made a video in that entire time. I just hadn't been inspired. Doing knife videos hasn't been really inspiring me. But coming in here and doing these live streams is inspiring the heck out of me. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying hanging out with you all. I'm enjoying talking about knives again. I'm enjoying playing with them. So that in that regard, doing the live streams has been a big boon, a big blessing on getting it going. And shorts, right. Shorts can get you subscribers and stuff. I never really push the shorts. The shorts are popping up automatically as a result of my live streams. And so if they're pulling people in, it's just random because of them seeing it. But that's not where my main push is. My main push is, like I said, all the regulars with the live streams. That's you guys is where my push has been, to try and get the view time. And I appreciate it. Everyone has been really supportive. It's really cool. Very cool. Wow, 12:41. All right. Well, I guess we could go here a few more minutes if anyone wants to. Everyone's hanging out. But like I said, I think I'm going to leave this screen just running. You'll see me cleaning up and moving around the background, and then I will probably leave some entertaining lights going on in the background for you. And then anyone who wants to just leave it running, let's see what happens, because maybe we can get an extra 5 or 10 hours in tonight by doing it that way. This one's already turning off here because I haven't popped it open to see what's going on. There we go. And this one's still on top chat. I need to make sure that's on live chat. There we go. But yeah, Jim, you're well known and appreciated in the knife community. I agree with Roger 100%. Actually, all of you are. I've only seen a couple of people that I don't recognize over the past several weeks. And a couple of people, and by that I mean I've seen people pretty much in JB's live, or I've seen him in Zach's live, that type of thing. open chat, like a screen server. There you go. Yeah, you guys can hang out and a screensaver chat thing for you guys to hang out and talk. Oh, I'm sure they'll find a way to get mad at me for that too. But you know what? I like poking a bear. Yeah. If you give me a set of rules, and this is just the way I am, I guess, David, maybe I would have made a good lawyer. If you give me a set of rules and you say, okay, these are the rules. Hi, Paul. Thanks for coming in. I hope tonight finds you happy, healthy, and whole. The 3 H's, like reading, writing, arithmetic. What was I saying? Oh, I'm sure if you give me a set of rules, I will try to find the best way to maximize the use of those rules. It works really great for like nursing home Medicare compliance, guidelines, trying to maximize income. In fact, I put my nursing home that I was running for a while. It was the second largest in the country, and I got us to the second largest contract company in the country, and I got us to the second best performing nursing home in the contract company. So I don't know where that would put me, fourth in the country maybe at the time, because just, I understand the rules. If you give me a bunch of rules and you tell me what they are, I'm going to understand them, and I'm going to figure out how to maximize what I can get out of them. Yeah, right. Other people with insomnia and YouTube. Yeah, it's not just insomnia there, David. Chris, hi, Chris. You've been here already. All right, you just hadn't said hi to Paul. Okay. Yeah, YouTube's just shitty. YouTube's just shitty, and I don't have a problem saying that. I wish they weren't. I wish they were going to be, encouraging and supportive of channels coming up, because you would think they would want to be, right? You would think they would want to encourage anything that they can get monetized so that they can start running ad revenue, or even better, getting everyone to do the subscription so they don't have to see the ads. And then, they're just getting regular money. No, they want to keep people down and stop people from maximizing their channels. It's really aggressively discouraging on purpose. They don't want you to get there if you can't. Who is Samo T? I don't see Samo T here. Paul, I don't know who you're responding to, but so if I'm missing somebody, let me know. If you're in here and I don't see you, sorry, I don't know who you're talking to, but I like turtles. Where did that come from, Thomas? I like turtles. I just saw that go by. Where did that come from? Jim, I don't know if you still can, but I used to create a scheduled live stream, schedule it out like 6 months, share the link, and have a running chat room. I think you can still do something like that, similar like I'm doing right now. If I just leave it up and running, I think it'll keep going. But it'll probably shut down at some point in the middle of the night. Oh, Thomas backwards. Okay. All right. Yeah, don't ask me to be using my brain at this time of night. It's not going to work out well. In fact, yeah. By this time of night, I get my brain gets kind of loopy, and just stops working. Oh, if you don't start the stream, it doesn't close down, but you could actually still have the chat up and running in the waiting room in the lobby. I see what you're saying. But yeah, but it's not going to give me any view time for that, unfortunately. It doesn't count, as far as I can tell, it doesn't count lobby time as view time. Unfortunately, I wish it did. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. But no, it doesn't. Unfortunately, it is what it is. So, but yeah, I can set up a live stream, like my morning live stream set up for tomorrow morning already. And if I'm not mistaken, you can go ahead and enter it and sit in the lobby and just hang out and talk until I run the live stream tomorrow. I believe so. It kind of makes sense. David is DSC. I just happen to know him because he is Yeah, that is, yeah, who you're guessing is David. Yeah, you have it right. Um, Insomniac chat for David. He's one of my D&D players. So if he wants Insomniac chat, he always knows he can reach out. But yes, having, you know what? That's actually not a bad idea. Set up the channel to have a late night chat and just run it like at say 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. for everyone who has and we'll just call it the Insomniacs chat stream, and just have it there for everyone, just up and running for everyone who wants to hang out and talk to each other. That's actually not a bad idea. Right. Or start the live at 11 or at 1 a.m. or start the live, my morning live, start my morning live at 3 a.m. and then only show up at 11 or 10 or whatever. Oh, I think that would get frustrating for people if they didn't know what was going on. A lot of people would pop in and out trying to figure out what was going on and be like, what the hell? Why are we looking at a blank screen? Or why are we looking at someone not doing anything? Yeah, it's called WhatsApp. Or Discord. Discord's always running. In fact, I have too many Discord channels to the point where I don't even go on Discord, except we use Discord for our audio when we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Actually, it's kind of cool. We use Roll20 for our video, and then we use Discord for our audio so that we don't get any signal interference, and it keeps the game up and running smoothly. And David, I was talking about possibly. I'm thinking that I could just have this facing this way, and they could watch us run our entire D&D game, and I could just run a D&D live stream like this. I don't know. What do you think? At some point, maybe I will do that. Yeah, make a banner that would show the actual time live. Right. Yeah, the banners that I have were done with AI that I have through our nonprofit foundation that we're part of, which is kind of cool. At some point, that should start doing something, and I will be excited about telling y'all about it when we get there. But we're not there yet, so yeah, this channel is probably going to get there before the foundation gets there, the nonprofit gets there. That's for sure. At least it seems like it. So, but yeah. That's a whole story in and of itself. Maybe sometime I'll tell you the story of how we created that and why, and stuff. But I try to keep, politics and stuff out of it. And it was created for somewhat political reasons originally, although now it's not. So what else did you guys like to talk about tonight? It's getting on to where it's going to be 1 a.m. here. That means out there on the West Coast, it's already 3 over on the West Coast and the East Coast. On the West Coast, though, we're only at midnight for y'all. How was everyone's day over there on the West Coast? I hope it was a good day. I hope today found you all doing a little bit better. And then coming into my live streams, I hope that you all have a better evening and a day tomorrow for it. Hope this channel can be a blessing for you. D&D live streams would be cool, but we have to behave, watch our language, and alcohol consumption. We had a drunk history show. Yeah, we do get a little out of hand sometimes. That might be a thing to be aware of. I haven't heard any feedback from the rest of the knife people, so I'm guessing they wouldn't enjoy a live stream. You're gonna have to shut down for the night. Work comes early in the morning, Roger. It sure does. I have to get up early tomorrow too. I will be running a live stream tomorrow morning. If you can pop in, please do. If not, you're always welcome whenever you can. And I appreciate you coming, Roger. In fact, I'm probably going to get myself ready to go to bed. But like I said, I'll leave this live stream running as long as anyone wants to hang out here and talk in the chat. And you'll be able to see, like I said, you'll be able to see me cleaning up and stuff, getting ready. So, but at this point, I think I will probably work is one of the worst 4-letter words. So is talk. Anyway, never mind. Depends on you. Let's have a talk. That type of thing. Bad 4-letter word, that's for sure. You'll be there if you can. Sure, no worries. I appreciate everyone who shows up, but for any of the live streams, whether it be the morning live stream, the evening live stream, you all are making it worth my time to do this, and it makes I look forward to it. I really do. Especially the morning live streams. I look forward to wishing everyone well and having promoting a really good day for everybody, because that's kind of fun, and it starts my day off right, and then I have a much better day for having done it. So it's kind of a win-win, as I like to use the reference. It's always nice to have. So I appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you all coming in. But yeah, I think I need to go to bed. I'm starting to really ramble in circles and stuff about stuff. Anyway, just a reminder, guys, someone is going to win this, and man, I'm really excited. August 31st, my reverse birthday giveaway, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on my live stream. I'm gonna walk away with some nice stuff. Someone's gonna walk away with some nice stuff. I wish I could enter. David, you need to enter and win for me. By the way, guys, I will right now preemptively disqualify David. No offense, David, but because you're a friend of mine, I don't want anyone to accuse me of colluding with anybody, and I wouldn't want to present the possible image of having, doing anything wrong in that regard. I'm trying to be as scrupulous and honest as I can be. It's going to be a really nice one. So anyway, hang out and talk, visit with each other if you have stuff to talk about. Now, if someone starts spamming, you don't want to be excluded. I know. I'm sorry. I really am. But I think that's the only way to be 100% above board with everybody else. I really is. I don't see how else I could do that. That was tough. What was tough? me telling David that he can't participate. It was tough and it didn't work. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean there, Marcos, but okay. Well, if it's not going to work and you're all going to accuse me of colluding and doing stuff anyway, David, you absolutely should play. And by the way, the number I'm going to pick is number. Shh, don't tell. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so there you go. No, I just don't want to give the image of doing anything like that. Yeah, I'm not like that. I hold myself to a high standard, and I do that for you all, because I do not want to go down the road that I have seen other people go down, in which they allow the generosity or just the whole marketing machine in the knife community to influence them and stuff. And it's like the Choil app. I'm seeing a lot of smaller channels all jumping on board with the Choil app, and frankly, it's got problems. It's not where it should be, and I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to jump on board. True, they haven't offered me any money, but frankly, even if they were offering me money, sorry, not yet. Not till they get it better than it is now. It's got problems. I'm not, and I think I listed these out on the morning show, but I'll list them out again. You can't upload pictures for your collection unless you subscribe. I think you can upload maybe 20, but after that, you have to subscribe. And frankly, 20 knives in my collection is not worth my time to upload, frankly. That sounds horrible, right? But yeah, it has too many menus. I tried putting a knife just for the data input. I tried putting in this Tucson. This is the Tucson. Doesn't have a number on it, but I think it's like 156 or something on it. And it kept changing kept changing the steel. I kept putting in M390. I kept changing to Magna Cut. I did it like 6 times. Like, dude, if your software isn't going to work correctly, I don't want anything to do with it. Yeah. And then for it to be immediately pushing that you have to subscribe to have any of the real functionality. I mean, I can understand having some of the functionality behind a paywall. I can get that, right? But upload the pictures at least. Let people have their curated collection with their own pictures and put it on their own phone. You don't have to have it on a server. Just have the picture collection on their phone. I mean, look at how Instagram does it. And, thousands and thousands of pictures on Instagram, and they're not storing all that. They're letting you store it on your device. Anyway, it is what it is. They'll hopefully get their act together, and then maybe it'll be a useful thing. I like the idea of being able to do auctions. I like the idea of being able to compare with other people's collections. Think about that. If you can compare with someone else's collection, they have a knife that you like and you want to trade and make it really cool. It'd be really useful. The idea behind the app is a good idea, and it's called Choil, CHOIL, but it is not ready for prime time. And unfortunately, they may end up hurting their reputation too bad, at least as far as I'm concerned, to where I don't want to use their stuff ever. As I was telling people, if something is free, it means you're the product, right? I mean, if they're giving you something for free, that 100% means that you are the actual product that they're selling to somebody. So, fortunately, I don't think Choil app's doing it that bad because of all the paywall stuff. I don't think that they are. So, Marcos is saying, okay, he went through a bunch of menus, tried to change his name, and it won't let him change his name that you all can see. That is weird. You know what, Marcos? Actually, I know exactly what you're running into. I think you have to have 100, either 100, 300, or 500 subscribers before they will let you use a handle for your name, or maybe it's 50 subscribers. It's some level of number of subscribers before you can just use your handle. Otherwise, it forces you to use a screen name like that, if I recall. I might be misremembering, but I seem to recall that it was at some level that I got offered the opportunity to change my name and make it 1 Minute Knife Review and 1 Minute Knife Video at the time. And I think after that point, you can change it up to like 3 or 4 times a year or something ridiculous, maybe 6. I don't know. Cheetos changes his every 2 weeks, so I don't know. But yeah, they I think you have to have a certain number of subscribers or something. You can change your name twice every 14 days. There you go. Wow, that's it. But do you have to have a certain number of subscribers to be able to do that, or is it anyone can? Because like I said, I think I remember being offered, hey, you can change your name now. I don't know if it's when they just did that. It's the handle. You can change your handle, your call name. Okay. Yeah, I still see Bubba too, Marcos. But Jim is saying try changing the handle name. Not your actual screen name, but there should be another box called your handle. And maybe you can try that. And no spaces. Yeah. Yeah, if you put spaces, they don't like that. You have to use underscore or something like that, or a period or whatever. All right, guys. I'm winding down. I'm getting sleepy. I'm going to leave this on. Y'all can hang out and talk. Maybe you guys can help Marcos get his screen name changed back to Marcos, like it was when he originally started being, a member of my channel, which was, I want to say, when I had 10 subs. So Marcos has been with me from the beginning, like way back. way back, and I really appreciate that. So all right, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I will see everyone tomorrow morning, but we'll leave this on running, and you all have an absolutely wonderful evening. Catch y'all later. And let's see here, we will have some fun with lighting. And look at that. Look at this. Let's see, yeah. Get my chair out of the way. And we'll have fun here. That's almost too bright. Okay. That's almost too bright. It's drowning it out. There we go. See how it goes as it goes down. Make it a little brighter. Let's see what that looks like for y'all. There we go. Some visually entertaining stuff. And y'all have an absolutely wonderful evening. Thank you, all 13 of you all, for still hanging out. Appreciate it. Catch y'all tomorrow morning. That not working? That's not working. Can't leave the chair in the way. That's silly of me. Get you out of the way. There you go. All right, one more thing. people are even still in here. 4. Well, thank you for still watching. Appreciate it very much. Thanks. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Catch y'all tomorrow morning in the live, bright and early.